Welcome back to the channel, everybody. It's Auditor Roundup with Sheriff White, a moron. I want to welcome you back to my channel. Help it continue to shrink by watching my videos, sharing my videos, commenting on my videos. Consider a membership. Take that notification bell and turn on all the notifications. Take that there like button, like it, dislike it. Take it to the nearest trailer park. Stuff some catnip down its coin slot. Today I'm looking at this guy goes by the name Russell Pickron. Channel name is Georgia Transparency. It's my first time looking at him, but like one of his running partners, J-Town Press, who I recently did my first video on, it's my first time looking at this guy. But boy, oh boy, is he doing some clickbaiting today. He just put out this video today. Headline was, Mayor harasses journalist. Two things. She wasn't harassing him. She couldn't have been kinder to this guy. And secondly, you're not a journalist. This office offered you several times to come back and have a tour with them, but you're having none of it. You'd rather just film people walking around the office. Such great journalism. So anyway, let's watch this one. And let's round us up a frauditor.
How can we help you?
I'm just taking some pictures and video.
Sorry?
Just taking some pictures and video. Just of like City Hall and the building and everything. Yeah.
Do the mayor and them, are they aware that you're here?
I'm sorry, ma'am?
The mayor and them, are they aware that you're here?
No, them are. Yeah, but I don't think the mayor is.
But I'm saying, did they give you permission to, because normally we don't record or anything, so.
Oh, yeah. We have permission.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, of course. Most definitely.
Film permits, but we kind of got where we stopped doing that. That's fine. If they
Start doing what permits?
Film permits.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
assuming you're doing this for the city.
No. It's just like independent.
But y'all don't have film permits.
No, I don't have a permit, no.
Come talk to me real quick.
We gotta have a permit to film? Or?
Yeah, any filming that y'all do, it requires permits and stuff. So what's the reasoning for the permit?
Oh, just like free press and stuff.
It's like free press or whatever.
Oh, so it's press related,
Yeah.
like you're from the paper or whatever?
Yeah, it's like free press, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all. Yeah, just chilling, you know. Cool. Awesome.
Of course, we're not going to be in it.
Ma'am?
We don't.
People probably going to put us in it.
I'm sorry?
They're asking if they're going to be in the film. They do not have to film.
No.
Oh, yeah, no, that's cool.
No, it is most definitely not cool. Look, I'm going to cut out this little lady and Russ's references to her later. Because he got under her skin. She made mention that she was not going through this again, which makes it sound like she had some sort of incident that she don't care to repeat. But is Russ going to be a decent human being? Of course not.
Well, you're filmed with these in here all day.
That's fine. No.
Oh, those are fine? What's the difference between that one and mine, ma'am?
Well, I can test that by trying to FOIA your footage and see what I get back. By the way, I did send a real email to Long Island Audit trying to FOIA his camera. I haven't heard back yet.
Oh, everybody has just took off and left.
Okay, that's fine. You have a seat right here. Like I said, I've contacted the mayor's office.
Why?
Because again, number one, you do need a film permit for any filming.
Oh, no, you don't.
Any filming, you do. Because I issue the film permit. So if you're filming, normally we do film permits. But I'm gonna have you have a seat because I'm calling the mayor's office.
Since you do film permits, I have a question. And so in like mainstream media news, Channel 2, Channel 9, CBS and all that, when they come down here to do a story, do they got to come up here and get a film permit?
They don't.
So what's the difference between them and me?
If you're doing something like that, if you're doing something for the press, then that's one thing. But if you're just here walking around filming, then that might be another issue. And normally the mayor and the city administrator need to be notified.
But doesn't mainstream media walk around and film?
They do not in the building, they do not.
But we're allowed to as public.
Well, the difference is when the real media goes in there, they go in there with a purpose. They go in there to interview the mayor, other officials, pick up press releases. They don't just go in there and wander around and point their cameras at people sitting behind a desk.
Hey, how you doing?
How are you?
Oh, good. Are you the mayor?
I am.
Oh, hey, how you
Sandra
doing?
Vincent.
Oh, hey, how are you?
And you are?
Oh, my name's Russ.
Russ.
Yes,
okay.
ma'am.
How can I help you?
Oh, no, just I don't need any help. Yeah, I don't. This lady here, Miss, she was like actually kind of really rude. She was actually very rude and said that the public doesn't need to know who she is. They don't need to know who works in here or what goes on in here.
Nope. She said you don't need to know.
Very rude. And I think, being an elected mayor and this being a public office, service and the citizens and the people of McDonough and up to the United States.
Pull the ordinance for me, please.
And
the ordinance
For the media?
So, can we have a seat? We can
sure,
just
we
chat.
can just stay right here in public. Yes,
I want to
ma'am.
go to the meeting room.
I think
No,
somebody
I
is
just
in there.
stay right here in public.
They're probably just in there taking
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just right here in public. I'm not trying to. Yeah, I'm good. I prefer to stand up.
Have a
Yeah, no, I
seat.
just prefer to stand up.
Oh.
Yeah, I just wanted to finish doing what I'm doing without being bothered.
So this is the thing with filming. We do not have a problem with the public knowing what's going on because this administration in particular is very transparent.
You don't want the people to know who works up here?
No.
So Russ keeps inserting this little video of this girl in the beginning who said no when he was asking her questions. I guess he thinks he busted her line or something. She wasn't lying to you, son. She was just trying to get away from a creep, not citing official policy.
About everything that goes on. What we had to do was we had to implement an ordinance regarding people filming in the building.
Okay.
Because we've had several scenarios, as if we can use this department in particular, there are times when people don't necessarily get the zonings that they want. So we've had people that have come up the stairs and threatened employees who were here.
Oh, ma'am, if anybody's making threats to employees, that's a police matter. You should get the police involved with that if they're making threats. Yeah, most definitely.
But I'm just saying,
Yeah.
so what we did was we established a protocol, and that's what Tina's doing now. She's filling it out. So that is our protocol
That's
for
the ordinance. I can give you an application if you would
for
like it.
filming or anything like that. So I'm more than happy to assist. Are you with a particular group?
Oh, yes, ma'am. Just independent myself, Georgia Transparency.
Okay. Well, we really
ma'am.
need to sit down and talk then because we are, as I stated, a very transparent administration, but we also are mindful of the importance of safety. And so anytime you want to know anything, feel free
So news
to reach out.
So news has to have a permit to film inside City Hall.
Now, so there are movies. We film movies in the city and things of that nature. So people previously were able just to come in and film movies. And then there was a scenario with one of the courthouses where there was filming that took place in there. So the then administration felt that it was important for us to have procedures for the public to follow.
Don't want to cause a problem or anything, but I mean, my question is that
so let me say
what happens
this.
if I don't stop filming?
So let me say this. Well, the police will probably come and advise you of what the ordinance states. But if you would, is this your camera?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
I just want to tell everybody that we don't have a problem here with transparency. There are just protocols in place. So if this gentleman had reached out and said, we're interested in knowing more about X, Y, and Z, I would be happy to tour you myself and share with the public.
Let's take a tour.
And now a new feature called Pickron Vision. Let's take another look at that statement through the eyes of Russell Pickron.
There are just protocols in place. So if this gentleman had reached out and said, we're interested in knowing more about X, Y, and Z, I would be happy to tour you myself and share with the public
Let's take a tour.
what it is that we do here in the city of McDonough. But, there are things that require preparation. You've got employees that don't know what's going on.
And this has been Pickron Vision. Yeehaw!
So we want to make sure that we follow protocols and that we make sure that we are allowing for the necessary transparency for the public, because we believe in that. That's one of the 10 tenets of our administration is transparency and fiscal responsibility.
So you got to have a permit to film.
If you are filming for a movie or you want to utilize some of these spaces, there is a requirement for filming.
So what about news media? What about press?
I mean, when the press knows the protocol, they will contact the city and say that we're interested in doing an interview or we're interested in filming.
I hear
but going on back in the IT department and where our plans are, that
I didn't go back there, though.
Well, this is the department that you're in.
Yeah,
so
but it's a public area, though.
It poses a threat.
A camera does?
This lousy commie rat was taking pictures with this thing on the big board. Mr. Ambassador.
This clumsy fool attempted to plant that ridiculous camera on me.
I understand that you're one of those protecting agencies that make sure that the public is always involved in the process, and I so honor and respect you for that purpose.
Awesome.
But what I don't want to do is to give the impression that we are not transparent. But when you have to be honest about the fact that somebody just shows up with a camera.
You might want to talk to Miss Reed then.
And I'm
She
sure we'll
said something that was really alarming.
Okay.
She removed all the nameplates, the cards, got up and left and said the public doesn't need to know who I am or what we do in here.
Yeah, because somebody just showed up.
Uncomfortability doesn't supersede the Constitution, though.
So if you would, we will have conversations. But this isn't anything that we're even prepared for because we have an ordinance in place for people who
I'll be honest with you. I mean, I'm not really too concerned or really care about your ordinance here. Because I'm not filming a movie. I'm not with Paramount or New Line Cinema or anything.
Yeah,
I'm not doing a movie.
I understand that, but again, if you whoever you're filming for will focus on what I am telling you, Russ, in this moment, and that is that we are a transparent administration.
I'm not saying you're not. No, I never said you wasn't.
I need to finish. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
But
Please go ahead.
I just want to make sure that you're clear on the point that if there's something that you feel like you'd like to know about, that we can brief staff that there may be people who would be coming in. We can inform individuals so that security. You just showed up with a camera, so nobody knew to expect that. And in defense of the young lady who hasn't been here for a very long time, but nobody knew. It's just like me kind of coming and showing up, and nobody knows why you're there or who you are. And so that becomes a situation where people could become frightened, and then they resort to their primal level of defense. But what I'm telling you is, as mayor of this city, if there's something that you'd like to know, that those who follow you would like to know, I'm more than happy to provide that information.
Okay. Alrighty then. I guess my request would be, just kind of for everyone to go back to work.
Yes, sir.
And me to just be left alone.
To film?
To finish what I'm doing, finish gathering what I'm...
No, I'll accompany you.
Oh, no,
so
I don't.
What is it
But I mean, I don't need, a chaperone or a babysitter or something.
No, it's not
that. I don't want nothing. I just kind of want to be, left alone. Just a public area. So I'm not trying to go into the public files and stuff.
Respectfully.
Yes, ma'am, of course.
I don't know you. I feel safe in being with you, so will not put employees in jeopardy because I don't know you. And there is a protocol. For all we know, you're just somebody who came off of the street that's wandering around. So what I am offering you is an opportunity to answer any questions that you have, to respond to whatever needs you have. But just to have you wandering around while people are working.
Anyone can walk into City Hall or into a government building and wander around.
And they do.
They do.
But there are certain areas that the public just is not allowed.
Yeah, which is back, like back here and stuff,
you don't know,
back over here.
You don't know what those areas are.
And that's the point. You can't just let somebody walk in, announce to the press, trust them, and let them wander wherever they go. What if somebody gets hurt? What if the frauditor gets hurt? You're telling me he won't sue them for not protecting him if he falls down the stairs? And can you imagine if he talked his way in and he turned out to be some anti-government radical with an agenda? Maybe even a deadly agenda?
But when somebody just shows up with the camera, nobody knows who they are. According to our Constitution, we need to make sure that we are protecting those people who are here to serve you as citizens. So I am more than happy to work with Russ. But I would expect that we'd have some kind of conversation to establish the framework of what it is that we're doing, and so that I can appropriately notify staff, and staff would know what is happening.
So, Russ, is it an opportunity that you might be able to come back on another day? Because next week
I don't do appointments.
It's not quite an appointment. So if you'll allow me to finish.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Yes, ma'am. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. So every month the city does open it. Every day is an open door policy at the city of McDonough. However, on open door days, all of our staff is aware that it's an open door day, so the community is able to come and interact differently than what a normal schedule would be.
Now let's take another look at that in Pickron vision.
Every month, the city does open it. Every day is an open door policy at the city of McDonough. However, on open door days, all of our staff is aware that it's an open door day, so the community is able to come and interact differently than what a normal schedule would be.
And this has been Pickron Vision. Yeehaw!
So I just wanted to see if we could invite you to come out on next week on Tuesday to see if you would want to come out and engage in that way. And that way, when you come in, you'll be able to film the public areas like you are attempting to do today.
My question is, why is that phone over there filming without a permit?
So I'm the marketing and communications consultant, so I do have the ability to film at any time in the building because that is my job to do that. So it's a little bit different when it comes from me but
the people don't.
No,
so that's not what I'm saying.
No. I need to be very clear with you. I ran off of transparency. I am for the people.
Yeah, I never said you wasn't.
I am for the people. I am emphatic about being for the people, about all amendments under the Constitution. I am pro-Constitution. So what is painful for me in this moment is I'm telling you about a human response to someone who people don't know and what we have to do to protect certain areas within the city, but the questions that you're giving me are suggesting that somehow we are not. I welcome you being here to the city of McDonough. And I offer the opportunity to sit down. I invite you to our city council meetings, all of that. We've got one coming up on, what is it, the 14th or the 15th?
Yeah, it'll be next.
Oh, so can I just so just to make sure I'm tracking that we're on the same sheet of music here, is that
Russ, what's your last name?
Just Russ. That's all I provide.
Okay.
And then
you protect yourself by just providing your first name?
Yeah, just Russ.
Okay.
Russell. Yeah,
but you don't understand these people who are here being alarmed by someone whose first name they...
But it's a public job.
Being public doesn't address the fact that people are concerned about their safety.
Well, you said that because they didn't know who I was and they were alarmed. Now, they didn't know who I was because that alarmed them. Now, can we do something about that as far as cutting out that tax money for people that they don't know that's paying taxes? Because everybody in McDonough...
Do you know what our millage rate is?
I don't know. I'll be honest with you. I don't know.
It's very apparent.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because we've consistently rolled back our millage rate. But I'm saying is, I think what your mission is to make sure that governments maintain transparency.
Most definitely, we need transparency in government.
This is what I'm saying.
Definitely.
You are attacking the organism that has.
How?
You're suggesting that we're not doing that because
I never said that.
Okay, I think we'll.
I never said that. I never said y'all aren't transparent. I said she made a statement about not being transparent.
And she's human. She doesn't really understand protocol because we don't have protocols established for this type of thing, because this type of thing normally does not occur. If somebody wants information, typically they contact me, they contact my office. They don't just show up in a department where the public domain stops here.
Let me, I guess we can settle this all with one question, with one simple question. We can settle this about showing up unannounced with the camera checking on transparency and stuff like that. The very simple question is it's like a yes or no. It's not an essay question. It's just, is it illegal? What I'm doing, am I breaking the law? Is it illegal?
What you are doing is breaking the practice of this organization.
Yeah, but is it lawful?
So I don't know, I would have to get our legal team to really do an assessment.
Yeah. I'll go and handle this one, lovely Mrs. Mayor. So right now it's not illegal. But if you continue to break their policy by filming without a permit and disrupting the business, like chasing people out of their workspace, then it becomes trespassing.
I'm not going to say that it is illegal. What I am going to say is that it is different. And more than evaluating transparency, what it seems to be doing is creating disruption. So I'm interested in knowing, by filming, how would that reveal to your audience whether or not we are transparent. It just seems more like you're trying to find out whether or not someone is going to challenge you on being here with the camera.
How is it disruptive? How is it disruptive?
Come go with me.
Well, how is it disruptive for merely existing with a camera?
No. Come go with me so I can explain the areas of the city. You'll be with me. Employees aren't going to have a problem with that. So come.
I mean, if they have a problem with it, that's kind of their...
What questions do you have?
No, I don't have any, no more questions. There's none whatsoever.
So really, your purpose in being here today with your camera was to see whether or not you were going to be challenged on coming into a public space with the camera with people who did not or do not know who you are. Your purpose was to find out if there was going to be any form of retaliation, and really it has little to do,
which there hasn't been,
with transparency, but more to do with whether or not we were going to be challenged from a public and human experience by somebody being here that we completely did not expect.
Look, this video is really long. I'm cutting out as much of the jerk as I can. So right here, she starts trying to give him a tour, but he's completely uninterested.
I hope if you can make sure that you get this so we can share it with the public. Because these employees don't know what is happening, then I'm going to ask one of our officers to come.
You educate them.
No, and that's what I'm going to do.
Yes, you educate the employees. But man, we don't need police.
Well, before today.
We don't need police. Why are police being called?
Before today, we did not know. Before today, nobody knew who Russ is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you
Miss Tina's a veteran. Why is police called on press for exercising rights?
Where's the police?
You said an officer's coming.
No, but I'm saying what you're asking to do is to stay here.
In public.
Yes, and I'm saying that is fine.
But why does police need to come?
Because these employees need to make sure that you are who you say
Okay,
you
good.
are.
I'm glad police are coming, then I can make sure they're who they say they are. I don't know them either.
You're trying to cause problems. I see what that is.
Ma'am, I'm not causing any
There's nothing
problems.
that I can say to you. This is
I'm not causing no problems, ma'am. I literally walked inside this government
No,
building
sir.
with a camera.
No, sir. And
Yes,
and
I did.
You did. And
I did.
She's got you pegged. Good luck trying to weasel your way out of this one.
So what do you want? What is it that you want?
To be left alone. Just to be left alone.
To do what?
To finish filming.
Where are you going to
Just
film?
the public areas. I'm not going into any restricted areas.
Do you know where the restricted areas
Yes,
are?
they are marked
Where
off
are
in this.
they?
They're marked off.
All
It should
of them
say.
are not marked off.
Then you probably should mark them so that somebody
Okay, well,
doesn't
we can-
wander in there.
we can do
Somebody
that,
could
but
wander into
People
them.
normally don't do that. They come, they check in, they ask what the protocol is, and then in turn they go about their
The protocol to
business.
film.
The protocol to conduct business.
Yes.
So either you want to have a seat and continue to film, or stand and continue to film.
Yeah, that's-
But I will make sure that
Yes.
there's an officer who is not telling you to leave, but that officer is securing the safety.
No one's told me to leave.
Of the employees.
But
No,
nobody.
you
No one's asked me to leave.
No, you asked earlier.
About your city ordinance.
Why? No, what you asked was why an officer would be called.
Yes.
And what I am telling you is that there are employees who do need to get back to work, but they don't understand what is going on here. So I want to make sure that they feel safe. This is in no way threatening to you.
Oh, no,
Don't. Allow me to finish, please, sir, respectfully. But we're going to make sure that the employees know what it is that they need to do, and that they feel safe, and that they are not intimidated by someone who's just showing up with a camera but not listening to what they're being told. Because I have told you that we can arrange for a tour, we can arrange for filming, we can do all of that for Georgia. What's the name?
Georgia
of your group?
Transparency. So it's my
Georgia
camera.
Transparency.
So it's my camera.
So your camera can come.
No. I mean, it's my camera that's making them feel uncomfortable.
No, it is you. They don't know who you
what
are.
about? So does everybody that
No,
walked through that
if
door makes them feel
somebody- if
uncomfortable,
somebody
or do they
came-
know everybody
Look,
that comes in?
Look, if typically on this floor,
They know
people-
everybody that walks through the door.
No.
So they feel uncomfortable when they walk
okay,
in?
you're not
Because you said it's
listening.
me.
You're not listening.
You said it's me,
okay.
but you said it's
have
me.
Have a seat, or
Well, my question was, there's cameras up here filming. These cameras here.
that's for safety.
And this is for my safety too, though.
How are you being threatened?
How are they being threatened?
Because we've had people that have come into this space with intent to harm.
I've been arrested by police.
No, this
Unjustifiable.
This isn't about arrest. Oh my God!
This isn't about me threatening anybody.
This is about people who are in the United States who don't always appreciate the need to follow protocol, and people are going into buildings and doing ungodly things, and we just have to make sure that our public and the people who work here are safe.
I'm not bound to your protocol. I'm bound to law. What's lawful?
And what law are you quoting? What law?
The U.S. Constitution. There is plethora of case law. You ever heard of case law Smith v. Cumming, Georgia?
And in that case law, I am telling you that what you are attempting to do, I am happy to help facilitate.
Oh, I understand, but I don't need you to facilitate.
No, that's not what you want.
I don't need you to facilitate.
What you want to do is to create disruption by being here with the camera, understanding that people are going to be human, and they are going to question, who is this? What is it that they're doing? And so I'm open to your sharing everything about the city.
I have that a lot in a professional way to do that would be, sir, I don't know if you're allowed to film in here, but let me go check. I'll go check. And then they call a supervisor or call you or call you or call somebody.
And I'm here.
Not rattle off statements, what she said.
Well, I can't, you know what, just like I said.
Walking down the road can take their cell phone out, walk into this building and start recording and start checking on their government.
So, yeah.
It can.
We don't have any customers here.
Anywhere
now.
the public can go, the press can go.
You're the press? Where's your press pass?
Oh, my press pass?
Yes.
Yeah. My press pass is, can you show me your credentials or your pass to practice free speech? Because a part of the First Amendment is freedom of the press.
See, I understand you. I know who you are. I know your plans. I know your intent. And I'm saying that you have reached a place that believes in the Constitution, that believes in the practices of good governance.
Exactly.
We believe and practice those things. But the way that you have come on today is not.
What way did I come on to not show that?
That we could have prepared individuals that we will. There's somebody.
They need to be
here.
prepared to
Baby,
see the public.
I'm not, sweetheart. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going. What this is that you're trying to do, I'm not going to participate.
I'm
not going to participate.
Participated for the last 20 minutes.
It's okay because I did what is required for me to do as mayor of the city.
Get a skip ahead of beat.
What you do is you try and make sure that people maintain the integrity of the Constitution. And so I understand that. That's what you do. I think where you fall short
Could you give me a tour?
Even when people are doing the right thing.
Could you give me a tour in the conference room?
No, we're not going in there now.
Could you give me a tour in there now?
I can schedule a tour with you.
No, can we do one right now?
I offered that earlier, but now they've gone in there and started working.
Well, there you have it. This little lady did a great job. I like this mayor. She had Russell pegged from the beginning. Kept on his back heels the whole time. So anyway, thanks for watching. And a special thanks to my new channel members, Aaron Laughlin, Greg Jonick, and Lisa B in Hawaii. Thank you all kindly. Well, I can tell by that sundial it's time to say goodnight. Put little beans on the fire. A little Colt 45 with Billy D. Williams on ice. And as always, cuddle up in a clean shirt and a dirty woman. Anyway, good night. I bid you adieu.